Wow. So let's call this second half of the season a comeback for this show. The first three episodes wasn't crazy about, but these last two have been really good, and this episode especially. Right from the get-go, this is really Beverly's episode, and that she's really running train here, and kicking tons of ass and taking names. We find out that her boss is a total creep, and basically does very, very deviant things. And we learn that the whole news reporting and the murders isn't as effective as Kai had planned, but it really worked out great where the scene where the whole cult is sitting together and Beverly says that great line where the world is not tell me, it's show me, which is perfect example of how the news works. Because you look at it with the Ray Rice incident with the NFL, when people saw that he hit his wife in the elevator, that was a bigger story than if that was just reported in print. So, really good point there. And then Kai basically suggests, look, then let's kill your boss on camera and let's have it filmed and get it out there and really cause even more fear and actually effective fear to get his campaign going effectively. In that scene, while this is all being set up, Ivy drops an Allison pill, so everyone who had the theories that she was in the cult, you were right. And she's a little more hesitant though, so it's a very realistic way they did it where she's not full on cult, which I would have been a little annoyed by, but know that she's in it, but she's dipping her toes in and very uncertain. But the best part about Ivy being in on the cult is it now gives us someone to clearly root for in Sarah Paulson's character. So I was really happy about this, and you can already feel the reward coming in this episode. From my angle, I want Sarah Paulson now to really get all these people in the cult killed, and I'm totally rooting for her that she isn't crazy, that everything she has been seeing is real, so she's not losing her mind, and that she's kind of this one against all the odds here. Now the scene where they go to kill Beverly's boss is really well done, and they go up and there's a gimp up there, and he's got all the chains on him, and it's some serious bondage stuff going on. Really weird. But that young lad in the cult is hesitant, and he's like, let's just let him go, the gimp, and not kill him, and then Kai comes over. He's like, we're not having a vote about this, and just straight up kills him. And then Beverly straight up kills her boss with a hammer right in the head, ruthless. Showing Kai also that she means business and that she is really all in on this cult. Where a couple people like Ivy ran and was going to throw up. So you're seeing that, and now you're seeing who's really fully invested into this and how dark this is getting. But what's great is Beverly takes note of this and tells Kai, we need to get rid of the weak. And that is when it really feels like, okay, this is a cult now. They're now getting rid of their own if they're not living up to their standards. That scene with the nails where they're getting rid of their weakest link was the best scene of this season so far. I was blown away by it. It was crazy to see Ivy have to shoot a nail into that guy's head to really prove her loyalty. And then Kai at the end shooting the guy in the neck at the spot that they could have just been over and done with it. And that guy had so many nails put in his head. He was one of them. And it was just showing you how ruthless Kai and Beverly are compared to everyone else maybe in the cult. But that scene, the gore with the nails, him still breathing alive, watching people put nails into his head, was sensational. I like too how they're going back and showing how these murders were set up and how they were all the clowns, and it added humor to it to see Billy Eichner's character say certain lines. Do we really need to move this coffin? And Beverly's like, yes. So that was cool that now they're like showing behind the scenes of what happened in the beginning, which looked really terrifying, but it kind of is more funny and goofy looking now when you see how they're really planning things out and arguing. Now this other storyline, which is pretty nuts, is Billy Eichner's character hooking up with the cop and him burying his wife alive. But it was huge because Sarah Paulson caught on to it, and the wife ran over and pretty much told Sarah Paulson, everyone's in this cult. And now Sarah's not feeling as crazy, which was such a huge moment because we needed that in her character to break that and now really start believing in herself and not just totally this woman screaming, running all over the place. Now she can actually take action now because she has some proof. And then to top off this great episode, you end it with Beverly breaking Kai. Someone broke Kai down to him crying and asking him what is he afraid of and to take the mask off. And then we get the backstory of Kai. And yes, Winter is his sister. But then we find out his brother is the Shrink. So everyone who guessed the Shrink was in on it was right as well. We got little hints of that with the Shrink playing with smiley faces at his desk. But yeah, he turns out I didn't think he'd be Kai's brother. Very cool twist. And it was so brutal. Them just putting their parents' corpses in the bed and then decaying. And they're still there, we find out. And that Kai sometimes goes and talks to his mother. Hates his father, but still looks at him just dying and rotting. But still talks to his mom. It's so creepy and so messed up. And Beverly now showing maybe she's going to become the top dog in all of this when it's all said and done. So we'll see. Overall, I'm going to give this episode a 9. I am shocked. I didn't think this season would give me any of those, but this definitely had that quality. It had the twists, it had the turns, had the suspense, and it set up things great for the rest of the season. And the gore was great. The horror was there. So props. Please let me know what you thought. Let me know if you agree with me. Are you digging this season? Are you not? Did you like this episode? I respond to everybody. Comment below. Please subscribe. Keep coming back for these reviews. I also do movie reviews, trailer reactions, other TV shows I review, and celebrity interviews. So keep coming back and let me know what you thought.